What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded, and tonight I want to talk to you about an alliance that is forming nationwide in the IBEW. The alliance is called LAEWA, the Latin American Electrical Workers Alliance. This alliance formed as a response to the Trump administration attacking immigrant communities. The attack began shortly after the election and prior to him even being sworn in. The IBEW is a very diverse union. We have members from all over the world within our ranks. Once Elon took over our government, the attack has gotten even wider. It isn't only our siblings who are immigrants that are under attack, it is all of us. The destruction of the NLRB has left labor with no legal option for dispute. The destruction of the CFPD has left us all vulnerable to banks taking advantage of us. The destruction of the Department of Education ruins the schools that we send our kids to. The attack has been overwhelming, and at the EWMC conference in January, a group of Latinos and allies formed the LAEWA. Welcome to La Gozadera. That's what this is. This is La Gozadera. This is going to be huge. What we are doing and what we are seeing and what is forming is an alliance that is a response to such a heavy-handed attack. And I'm excited to be a part of it. We created a mission statement and a press release that I want to share with you guys that'll give you a little more insight of what LAEWA is all about. Just know that this is a response to a provocation. This isn't a response to somebody poking the bear. We got to understand that it's our families that are scared now. Within our ranks, legal and undocumented, documented, undocumented, whether you're Mexican, Bolivian, Honduran, Guatemalan, Puerto Rican, Santo Domingo, Dominican, Cuban, it doesn't matter. It feels like we're all under attack. All of our anxiety levels have gone through the roof, and this is a response to that. This is our way to fight back. So let me dive into the mission statement, let you see what we came up with. You can see if you agree. Mission statement: empowering unity, participation, and progress. Our mission is to foster a united and engaged community of electrical workers to further the purposes of the IBEW. Number 1, internal organizing and mentorship. Providing a new pathway for IBEW members to actively participate in union activism, promoting increased involvement and collaboration among union members through leadership training, networking opportunities, mentorship, and celebration of culture. By cultivating a strong sense of belonging and purpose, we aim to empower our members to take an active role in shaping the future of our industry. Number 2, external organizing. We will help increase our market share by actively recruiting and welcoming new members into the union. We are dedicated to raising awareness about the benefits of union membership and advocating for the rights and interests of all people. Additionally, we strive to provide multilingual education and resources to support our diverse membership. Through strategic outreach and engagement, we aim to build a workforce that reflects the richness of our community, bridging language and cultural barriers to recruit and support all electricians interested in joining the IBEW. Let's remember that our first objective is to organize all electrical workers into the IBEW. All is a very diverse term. Number 3, community involvement. We are committed to making a positive impact beyond the workplace by engaging in political advocacy, volunteering, community service, and the fight for immigrant rights. We also actively oppose and work to dismantle racist policies that harm our communities. We believe in the power of collective action to drive social change and improve the lives of those around us. Our alliance is dedicated to supporting initiatives that promote justice, equality, and opportunity for all, building alliances with community organizations on the front lines of issues of social, economic, and racial justice. Together, we strive to elevate industry standards, celebrate our cultural heritage, and pave the way for a diverse and inclusive future in the electrical trade. If any of that rings to you, you need to get down with the Latin American Electrical Workers Alliance. Let me go ahead and read from the press release that was written up so that you guys can see officially from the organization what it's all about, how it formed, and everything else. Latin American Electrical Workers Alliance launches to unite and empower union electricians. In a historic first, rank and file Latin American electrical workers of the IBEW from across the country convened to establish the Latin American Electrical Workers Alliance, LAEWA, a national organization dedicated to empowering Latin American electricians, immigrant electricians, non-union electricians, and address the pressing challenges facing their community. The formation of LAEWA marks a significant moment in labor history. With the Latin American workforce playing an essential role in the electrical industry, the time has come to organize and strengthen collective power in the face of mounting challenges, including threats of deportation and a need to assist all immigrant electricians in joining the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. A new pathway for engagement and representation. For too long, immigrant workers have faced barriers to full participation in the labor movement. The establishment of LAEWA provides an inclusive space for organizing, activism, mentorship, and community support, ensuring that Latin American electrical workers and all other immigrant electricians have a stronger voice within the union and beyond. LAEWA has already made significant strides, with 7 chapters forming in the first week of activity. The key goals of LAEWA: number 1, internal organizing, providing new pathways for Latino members and other immigrant electrical workers to engage actively in union activities and leadership. Number 2, external organizing, breaking down language and cultural barriers to recruit and support immigrant electricians and Latino electricians and non-union electricians entering the IBEW. Number 3, increased activism, celebrating Latino heritage to inspire and energize greater union participation. Number 4, community support, partnering with frontline community organizations to combat poverty, promote mutual aid, and drive political advocacy. The launch of LAEWA has already gained strong support, with over 25 local unions represented at the initial meeting and dozens of members joining the successful national inaugural Zoom call. The challenges that are facing Latin American electrical workers and other immigrant electrical workers are as follows. Under the Trump administration, union labor workers face increased obstacles, including the halt of civil rights case enforcement, leaving many vulnerable to discrimination and workplace injustices. Border closures, impacting workers who live in one country but work in another. The dismantling of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives within the federal employment structures. An increase in ICE deportations, creating fear and instability within communities. Continued attacks on sanctuary cities, threatening protections for immigrant workers. A democratic and inclusive leadership structure, LAEWA will operate under a 19-member National Executive Board roundtable leadership made up of IBEW members, ensuring equal representation and democratic decision-making within the organization. This structure reflects LAEWA's commitment to inclusivity and grassroots leadership. The launch of LAEWA is a pivotal step forward for Latin American electrical workers, immigrant electrical workers, union members, and their communities. The Alliance calls on all IBEW locals, labor activists, and Latin American electricians to unite in this effort, ensuring that every worker has a voice and a seat at the table. If you guys are interested in starting your own chapter, and there are chapters popping up all over the country, from the north to the south, from the east to the west, there are chapters popping up all over the place. And if you want to start one in your local, get involved and reach out to, I'm gonna give you the email in the description box so that you can email them directly. But yeah, man, I'm excited. This is an exciting time in history. Be part of history and make sure that when you grow older and your kids grow up and they ask you, what did you do when the government turned on the people and started to go after the working class? You can sit there and say, I fought back. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Remember that the fight is not left and right. It's up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one, teach one. Get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I, front and center. So let's go.